Hey guys, it's Emma Vigling with TYT Politics, coming to you live from Las Vegas. I'm actually here on a somber note. You can see the Mandalay Bay Hotel. It was the first thing I saw when I flew into Las Vegas, so there's obviously a ton of sadness in the air here, but that's actually not what we're here to cover. I'm here with John Iadarola of the regular Young Turks, my buddy. We're going to be covering the DNC Unity Reform Commission. I had to look down because I keep wanting to say Reform Commission or Unity Commission, but I've been told that it's the Unity Reform Commission, and that's quite important. So it's those two things together. Nomiki is on the Unity Reform Commission, the full disclosure. And obviously we agree on a lot politically, so we're going to give that disclosure when we cover the event today. It's going to be live, the entire panel on the Reform Commission, which I'll explain later in this video, is going to be live on the Young Turks YouTube page, streaming. It's going to be 4.5 hours from 1 p.m. Pacific time, so 4 p.m. Eastern, and it's going to be going on for around 4.5 hours on the main Young Turks channel. So if you want to go check that out, you should, and John and I are going to be conducting interviews with people afterwards. So I'm pretty excited about it. This is where all of the rules and regulations for the Democratic Party are going to be debated. This is where they are going to decide whether or not things will be fair or not, whether things will be open or not. And I wanted to give you a little bit of the lay of the land, what's going to be discussed today, what is being discussed on the commission, and what I think the greatest problem is. The entire commission panel meeting, which features Nomiki, features around 21 members. So 21 members. There are two chairs. One is a Hillary Clinton person and one is a Bernie Sanders person. The chair is a Hillary Clinton person. The vice chair is a Bernie Sanders person. There are 9 Hillary Clinton appointees to this Unity Reform Commission and 7 Bernie Sanders appointees, then 3 DNC chair appointees. So the DNC chair is Tom Perez. That's essentially, I would say, a Hillary Clinton appointee or a non-Sanders appointee, obviously, an establishment Democrat appointee. So that comprises the 21 members of this panel. The entire meeting today is going to be centered around primaries. So there are different areas that they do discuss. There are, I would say, like 3 prongs of discussion of reform. One is primaries / caucuses. This is not even going to be really discussing caucuses today, just primary reform, which is interesting. And the commission, yes, so they tackle primaries and caucuses, super delegates, and then the third prong is party reform. That's the area which Nomiki is focused on, is the party reform area, that prong. So, but today we're just going to be discussing primaries. That's what this panel is going to be about. So the chair is Jennifer O'Malley Dillon, someone on the Hillary Clinton side who also worked with the Obama people. She is the chair. And then the vice chair is Larry Cohen, the chair of Our Revolution and the former president of CWA, Communication Workers for America. And so there's really the lay of the land. Also, Nomiki, again, is on the panel. I just want to give full disclosure about that, our coworker. What I think the really interesting angle about this is that, you know, we talk about the 50-state strategy a lot. So when Howard Dean was the chair of the Democratic Party in 2006, the Democratic Party was a wild success. When we funneled money to state parties, the Democratic Party funneled money to state parties, we were able to have a large amount of success, also a very unpopular president in George W. Bush. But I do think that we're in kind of a similar situation now. President Donald Trump has extremely low popularity ratings, so following that model would make a lot of sense in order to take back the Senate or the House in 2018, putting money into state parties. But since Howard Dean is no longer the chair, he's kind of become really pro-Hillary in these areas. And when Obama got elected in 2008, the culture of the party changed, and it became a very consultant culture. And part of that was Obama's focus on OFA, which kind of privatized the DNC. You guys can look that up, but It became a consultant culture. It became a culture that is only focused on the presidency. That's where they focus all of their money. And that's not where they focus, they don't focus on state races anymore. And lo and behold, in that time, the Democratic Party lost over 1,000 seats nationally. So it goes to show that success maybe isn't the entire motivation behind the organizing of the Democratic Party. There's a lot of money involved. There are a lot of consultants. So winning, that's, I guess, ideal, but not without shaking up the system. So yes, the Democratic Party had success when they were focusing on local and state elections under the 50-state strategy under Howard Dean as chair. A lot changed when Obama became president. A lot of reports say that President Obama had a distaste for state party establishments because they were all backing Clinton and they were super loyal to her during the Democratic primary. So he kind of circumvented them with his own organizational structure. But that structure is heavily consultant-based, heavily nationally based, and I think is a losing strategy. So I think that's the angle that I want to most focus on today. And you can, again, follow that coverage 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific time on the Young Turks YouTube, and I'm sure on Facebook we'll have a stream going as well. So that's really all I want to say to you guys. I'm holding up this camera with my weak arms. I miss my tripod. So I just wanted to give you an update on that, and make sure to tune into our coverage. Follow me and John on Twitter. And we will be updating you about what's going on throughout the day. So have a great day, guys. Bye.